Good afternoon, everyone. Just a simpler video for today, just some more unedited thoughts about our current situation here in the trans community. First off, I want to say I hope you're all finding ways to keep morale and contend with what's going on. Again, it's okay to be scared, but we can't let our fear keep us from enjoying ourselves wherever we can. As I said a couple of videos ago, it's important to have something to fight for as well. We got this. Having said that, that leads perfectly into what I wanted to talk about today. As of right now, it seems like most of the community is focused on hiding. Anywhere I look, it's always about people scrambling to keep themselves hidden or lamenting the fact that they can't move away from where they are. The community honestly seems more focused on this than actual resistance itself. Instead of spreading news of protests, where and when to attend them, we're swapping stories about the unending tide of anxiety we're feeling as the situation develops. As a result, it really feels like the community is taking solace in this shared anxiety, which sounds good at first, but really is a problem. Camaraderie is important in times like this, but the way people are going about it is actually causing them to be combative and counterproductive to everybody's mentality. I've noticed some people firmly insisting on everything being as bad as it can possibly be, regardless of the actual facts of how things are going, to the point of them browbeating people who don't share their same negative worldview. This kind of behavior is, as said, extremely counterproductive. It really has no benefit of any kind. It just makes it easier and easier for people to give up hope and, as a result, give up on resisting. We have to start being more critical of these people who are doing nothing but panicking. We need to ask them what their sources are, and if their sources are bad, we need to gently let them know and try to help them out of their panic. And we need to insist they focus less on how bad everything is and instead focus on what we're going to do to fix it. And of course, we also need to help remind them about the good things we experience as trans people. I'm honestly thinking my third video this week will be a video all about that, since it's something not being talked about enough. Having said this, it's entirely understandable how we actually got here, which brings me to the second topic I wanted to touch on today's video. Let me ask you, who can you think of as a leader of the trans community? Chappelle Roan is a pretty good example for the LGBTQ plus community as a whole, and I'm very appreciative of everything she has done, but she only really suits as a general figurehead of the larger LGBTQ plus community. What I mean by this is that she's only really relatable to an extent. She's lived the life of a lesbian and has experienced all the challenges that come with that, but she hasn't lived the life of a trans woman, and as a result can only really successfully sympathize with our experiences, not truly empathize with them. And that's not even mentioning trans men. We really need a more active Elliot Page, I believe his name is, in the community, who is more active for fighting rather than just acting as the current one is right now. Once again, no issues with these people themselves. I think this really is why the trans community is the way it is right now. Why everyone's more focused on hiding and hyperfixating on their fears rather than coming together to encourage one another to overcome all our fears and keep up the resistance. It's because the closest people we have who are willing to inspire us all are people who don't truly know what it's like to be us. People who can only say, "I feel for you," rather than "I have felt this too and have lived through it," while they are leading us. What I'm saying is we need people to start standing up to be an example for everybody else. We need people from within the community who are willing to be our leaders, people who are dedicated to keeping us on the path of fighting for our rights like Chappelle Roan is doing, but who we can also fully relate to. Leaders like this would be able to reach and speak to more trans people than Chappelle Roan can, because they'll be able to speak word for word what we've all gone through, and give the community someone we can all truly see ourselves in while they lead. This is really what we need right now to get out of this stagnant panic. If you have the passion to, stand up and be this person. If you know someone like this, share them everywhere you can in trans communities. It's time we stop talking about organizing and actually start organizing with leaders who can truly lead us. We as a community need to stop letting our allies speak for us and start speaking alongside our allies, helping them to help us. I really hope this inspires other people in the community to start acting. I'm doing the best I can to live this here with this channel, but I can only do so much at my size right now. If I do end up getting big, you better believe I'll be using this channel to prop up the rest of the community. We deserve someone to relate to. That's all for now. See you this Friday, most likely, for the next video, and I hope you all have a good day.